I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. During Senate floor remarks on Wednesday, Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith recognized Mississippi State Health Officer Dr. Thomas Dobbs, who helps lead the state's pandemic relief efforts. After 3.5 years, Dr. Dobbs has decided to step down from his role. Dobbs' name is on the recent court case that the Supreme Court voted on to overturn Roe v. Wade. But he said that he had, quote, nothing to do with it. According to NPR, the plaintiffs named Dobbs in court papers because he was the executive in charge of the agency inspecting Jackson Women's Health Organization, instead of suing the state agency directly.
Senator from Mississippi.
I ask for unanimous consent that the following interns in my office be granted floor privileges until August the 5th.
Senate's in a quorum call. We're in a quorum call.
I ask that we exempt the quorum call.
Without objection.
Thank you. I ask unanimous consent that the following interns in my office be granted floor privileges until August the 5th of 2022. Emma Bozeman, Jake Tipton, Cameron Hall, Olivia Hardwick, Preston Doverly, Anna Pittman.
Without objection.
Thank you. Mr. President, I rise to express deep appreciation for Mississippi State Health Officer Dr. Thomas Dobbs, a friend and leader to all of the frontline healthcare workers in my state. Dr. Dobbs joined the Mississippi State Department of Health as the state health officer in December 2018. After 3.5 years and a global pandemic that none of us saw coming, he will soon step down from his role and return to the clinical side of medicine. Mississippi State Health Officer is responsible for directing public health activities relating to the state's many health challenges, which included my state's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Dr. Dobbs' experience and his expertise made him the perfect professional to lead Mississippi through this pandemic. With the belief that each person in Mississippi was his patient, Dr. Dobbs worked tirelessly throughout his tenure to care for our nearly 3 million residents. From the start, Dr. Dobbs was steadfast in informing and advising citizens, policymakers, and healthcare providers on the best practices to combat the deadly coronavirus. He never wavered despite evolving challenges and so many tragic COVID relief deaths. He is one of the country's most respected public health officers, having earned a stellar reputation for his clinical work in the field of infectious diseases. Dr. Thomas Dobbs proved himself to be the leader Mississippi needed during a very difficult time. I'm saddened to see Dr. Dobbs leave the Mississippi State Department of Health, but I'm confident he will continue to do great things. There are not enough thanks in the world that could cover all that Dr. Dobbs has done for Mississippi. But I say from the bottom of my heart, thank you, Dr. Dobbs. Your service and sacrifice on behalf of Mississippi reflects well on you and your profession. I'm also grateful for his wife, Dr. Kim Dobbs, and their 2 sons, Wynn and Max, for sharing so much of their husband and father during this time. As Dr. Dobbs departs the State Department of Health, I look forward to continuing working with him and the new state health officer, Dr. Dan Edney, in making Mississippi healthier and happier. Thank you again so much, Dr. Dobbs. I yield the floor.